Hello and welcome to tutorial lighting up the RMS Titanic from Cobi. This ship is the number 1916 from the historical collection, and normally these windows here are just blacked out, and I decided to use some light bricks to light up these windows, and it can be seen here that no, it can't be seen, but these bricks are just giving with LED light some nice shine through the windows later if the roof or the upper deck is closed. So there are some light modes here which can be used, but I guess the normal mode is the best for this. So I have decided to do this with light stack bricks. I just used two sets, which is the first one, the S11501 and S11004, which is the mobile power stack, which includes a rechargeable battery, which you can recharge via micro USB, and 4 bricks, and the expansion pack, which includes 16 of these larger bricks, 4x2, and 2x2 bricks, 8 in number, are included. So to do this you need to do some modifications, but don't need additional parts except these transclear bricks here. These transclear bricks, I bought 100 of them for this set. Each of this is about 15 euros, so in total about 30 euros for these two sets. And the transclear bricks are around additional, well, it depends where you get it, but additional 12 to 15 euros. I paid 11 euros. So it depends where you get it, but all in all it's around 40 euros to get these light bricks inside. I decided for light bricks because there are also other things you can light up your bricks with, like cables and stuff, but these are especially designed for some Lego sets. So you have the freedom here to build what you want. This is an advantage, and you don't need to stick or glue something, and don't need to lay down cables and put them and fix them. So this is not necessary. You have just these bricks here, these light bricks, and you can operate this with the power brick here, and that's all. That's fine, and it's completely removable. This is also fine. And it's completely compatible with Lego. As I said, some modifications have to be done to get these light bricks in the right position and to get a space for them. All starts at bag number 9 and building step number 309. So it can be seen that these upper decks are built in this step, and it is started with this row here. In the next step you see that these large grey bricks are built lengthwise, and then you see that the windows are built here in these windows, and there are quite a number of windows. And then you see there's another row of large grey bricks to keep the windows dark when you look inside. But of course we want to light up the windows, so we want them to be transparent, so we don't need these bricks. So normally you don't place anything inside. Later on we will see that inside there will be these grey bricks, but you don't need them at all. And the bricks in the front of the ship, which can be seen here, the windows are blacked out with these massive bricks which are 3 rows high. The problem is you can't just place your light bricks on the bottom of the upper decks because there is a black plate. I open it up to show you what I mean. You see that the black plates are higher than the ground below, and this height is just about this. So if you want to place your bricks on the bottom, you have to put them all up by the height of this brick, which needs additional plates to be placed inside the ship. As I don't have any additional parts, I decided to turn around these grey bricks here, which are normally used to darken the windows, by 90 degrees and put it on the black plates to get on the right height. So you don't need then additional parts for it. As it can be seen here, there are quite a number of these bricks, so you have a solid base for placing the parts and the light bricks on top of them. As a good place for the power brick, I decided to use this part here at the back of the ship, and these are 2 4x2 bricks which are white, and I used them to stabilize the transclear bricks on it, as it can be seen here and here. So I placed the power stone at this point, but 2 rows below the original place. This has 2 reasons. First of all, the charging cable need to be plugged in this point, and second, to transfer the power between each brick, it is necessary that these are not only next to each other but always connected. So you need to connect these 2 bricks with an additional brick on top of it to transfer the power. Otherwise it wouldn't work if I put it away. I also made some changes at the front of the ship. In this part I didn't use this brick here, and I didn't use these 2 bricks, these 2 white bricks here. This is because I needed these 2 3x2 bricks on the bridge later to get in the power stone. It can be seen here that the front part of the upper decks is closed with these boomerang bricks. I don't know how you name them, but I didn't use them at all because I just used the bricks here, which are 1x1 bricks, and I closed the gap with some clear bricks, and instead of using the 3x3 bricks here and here, I used 2 of these boomerang bricks to close the gap. And normally there would be 2 bricks missing, which is that one and this one, which are 1x1 bricks and which are not included. Well, if you have built all the windows, which is quite a number, and all the windows here on the bridge, there were 2 of these bricks left, and I decided to use these 2 bricks to close the gap here. So these are just 2 of these bricks in another direction. By building the bridge, there are also some differences compared to the normal instructions from the manual here. So normally you would use this large brick which is shown here, but instead of this I used the 3 by 2 bricks on the left and right to place the light brick inside to illuminate the bridge. And as it can be seen here, that is the difference. When you place the bridge on the ship, make sure there's always a connection between your light bricks when you put it on. So another problem we have now is that all the surface on top of this is covered by plates. So there is no space for this brick to break through the plates. So I have to do now some modifications to guarantee that this light brick goes through the plates here and can illuminate the bridge. Another thing I wanted to tell is this row, which is normally placed on these 2 rows of grey bricks. So of course, as you see here, it is placed there normally, so you don't see a difference, but there are no brick rows beneath it. So I just used a very small number of light bricks to place these long bars on top of them and get sure it will illuminate the windows behind. The first step of bag number 10 is to cover the surface here on the bridge, and it would normally cover everything you see here on the top with plates. As it can be seen here, it will cover everything with plates, and there is no space, as I told you, for the light brick. First of all, you see there is the base construction here, and as you see, these are 6 plates. These are plates 6 by 4, and I decided to turn them around because I could leave 1 plate off. Nevertheless, you build just in that way, and it is seen here. At the beginning, not all of these plates are connected, but as you go further in your building, you will see that these plates connect over the time. In step 331, you can't place these 2 white bricks here because there is just a gap, so you will place them later on. As I said, I did some modifications in the building process, as here in step 332. This white 2 by 2 plate I used to cover the light brick later. In step 333, you don't need to place that white brick here because there is the gap for the light brick. In step 334, you could place, when you place the bar here, this brown one, you could place these little stones or bricks on it, which you missed before. In step 335, it is not possible to place that bar here. So now there comes a change. This thing you have to place on the light brick. I used this white plate, which I removed before, to place it on the light brick. But before I will use a transclear stone to get more stability here and then put it on the right position. To stabilize the construction on the other side, you could use this 4x1 brick, which was originally on the top of this stone here, on the power stone, but it can't be used because it is 2 rows behind, so it is useless. So I used it to stabilize the construction here. And after that you can put the whole thing on the ship. So now you have the exact gap you want to have to illuminate the bridge, and put it on, and you see it's working. So yes, basically that is all, and you don't see any difference after this step, and now you continue in your build order as it is in the build manual. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I will show you now the result when it's completely illuminated. And as it can be seen here, this is the final result. We have now illuminated these 4 windows in the front, and of course the bridge and the top of the ship, and all the side windows. And as you see here, this is the brick, which you can see here if you watch carefully. So one plate is missing, which would normally be here on top to cover this white part. But as you see here, the USB port and the switch to enable the lighting function is still a good accessible. I turned down the light to show you how it is illuminated in almost darkness. So thank you for watching the video, and I hope you will find some helpful tips to illuminate your own Cobi RMS Titanic model.